opening statement when you're ready, Coach.
Yeah, just thought our offense, just from the very start, rattled, never got in a rhythm, turnover, sacks, just a poor day of execution on the offense side of the ball. We got to really take a look at the film and see where the real issues are. Just, I don't know, the look in their eyes wasn't quite right early. I think they tried to get in the rhythm after halftime, and again, turnovers. With that being said, those turnovers put our defense in tough, compromising situations. I think early on, first two series, just getting the feel for the game, the speed of the game, I think, and then they settled down and made some critical stops, a couple of three and outs. Again, putting them in some tough situations, forcing field goals. There's some things we can build off from our defensive performance today. Still not good enough though. When you got 50 points put on the board, still not good enough. So we'll go back to work. We'll hash it out. We'll figure it out, and we'll put the right people on the field that are going to be ready to play.
Questions?
Stan, when the when you see like sort of basic ball security fumbles in the first game by so many different guys, do you wonder, was I physical enough? Did I hit the running backs enough in camp? Everybody?
We were physical. We were definitely physical enough. What I saw in practice didn't show up today in the game in regards to the way we protect the football. And that's concerning. What I saw in practice did not show up in the game today. And so we just got to get back to who we are.
So what do you attribute that to? Talk a little bit about that defense out there tonight.
In terms of whose defense?
Oklahoma's defense.
I mean, they're stout defense. I mean, it's Oklahoma, right? I mean, they're a good defense. Their front was solid. They had some real interior guys in there that was pushing the pocket in pass situations, and they forced some TFLs in the run situation. And I just think that our guys got to fundamentally be a lot more sound when they play against that style of defense, that quality of talent on the defensive line. So, I mean, give credit to Oklahoma. That was a stout defense. No question, they made plays when they had to, for sure. So,
how would you evaluate how Forrest played? Given, I know you got to go back and watch film, but given everything that was going on around them, and how would you evaluate how he played?
Again, I've seen Forrest play better in practice than I saw him play today. We just got to get a better performance out of Forrest. First time starting, I'm not going to provide any excuses for Forrest. He's prepared himself well. But again, what I saw Forrest do in practice, for whatever reason, did not show up. Now, it's not all on Forrest. There was a couple of pressure situations where he could have been better protected. I know that last interception was a result of that. We need a running back stepping up and, stopping that blitzer on the line of scrimmage. And credit to Oklahoma, they saw a weakness there and they started blitzing us a lot, and got them off schedule. So, and moved in the pocket. I thought he made some good decisions when we did move the pocket, then we had some drops, right? So, it's a combination of a lot. I'm just not going to blame it on Forrest.
Yeah. Does he bear some responsibility for the whole offense being rattled? As he kind of
No.
OU's first pass play of the game went for 47 yards. That was their only chunk play through the air the whole night, though. What's your guys' defense do to maybe stop some of those chunk plays, especially through the air?
Well, I thought our back end played pretty well. They proved early on that they could run with those guys, which was a really good thing to see. The football IQ, I think they were disciplined with their eyes, right? Because there's a lot of action going on in the backfield from Oklahoma while throwing the football, and very disciplined with their eyes, which is an improvement, for our back end. So I think that kept them in position to make plays, and I think it kept the quarterback from throwing those deep balls, right? So credit to our defense in that respect. A lot more discipline with their eyes and in position, and on the hip of those receivers was a really good thing to see. That's something that we would absolutely build off of moving forward.
I know the personnel has changed for Oklahoma since you faced those guys when you were at Texas, but with Venables coming in here, do you see a different, a better talent on the defensive side of the ball, or better schemes from Oklahoma facing them today than when you were at Texas?
I don't know if they, the one thing I will say, is they're not making a lot of mistakes out there. He's moving them around a lot. There's twist game that's happening every play. He's getting into different fronts. He's pretty multiple with his calls. We're seeing bear, we're seeing 4 down, seeing pressure from, field and boundary. So I think he's doing what he has to do to fit his skill set, and it definitely worked tonight, but that's all I can say about Oklahoma's defense and their personnel.
That last touchdown they got, that was actually their first third down conversion all night, and the defense, like you said, was put in a lot of tough positions. I think you guys were like 125th last year in third down percentage conversion defense. Is that, I know the final score was what it was, but is that one of the things that you can build off of?
Absolutely, we can build off of that. But here's the thing: what are we on first down, second down, right? I mean, they had some explosive plays on first and second down. I think we need to really study it and be real about it, and we got to be better on first and second down with our execution on defense.
Did you hope maybe a lot of eye candy motion on offense, throughout the game? Did you hope to get more, I don't know,
Well, what we realized is, what we thought we saw on film was a defense that tried to get into the perfect call based on what they saw formationally. So we didn't want them to get screwed in. We wanted to try to keep them on their heels and not let them get screwed in. We thought that was going to play to our advantage that way. So that's why you saw a lot of eye candy. It worked early on, all right. Obviously, we didn't have the execution to support it, all right. And after that, it just started to heat us up, which was, very smart on their part.
Luke and Zay and Peter didn't make the trip, or they all hurt?
Yeah, they're settling with some setbacks right now, but they'll be okay.
Do you have any idea when you get DeJuan Black back? Can he appeal, or is he out 4 weeks, 2 weeks? Do you know yet?
Yeah, I don't know that yet.
Anything else?
Just real quick on Ian Stewart, a really, really tough break for him, just being hurt again. What can you say about him? Just the bad luck that he's.
Well, it's heartbreaking for that young man. He works his butt off. He gets to the last day of fall camp and suffers another setback. But he's always going to be a great example for our football team. The next very day, the next day he was in there, coaching like a coach. So he's going to still be of high value to this football team. And just say your prayers for him. He's suffering a real injury, and we'll see what the results will be for him moving forward.
Turnovers aside, running game producing, really very little from the start. What did you see there?
I saw a really stout Oklahoma front.